Hey everyone, welcome back to the workshop. This is episode 7 of how to build a Christmas tree out of wood. And today we're just using a bunch of pieces of scrap wood. As you can see, I got a 2x8 piece here. It's about 18 inches long. And these were just scrap deck boards. So they're 1 inch thick and a little over 5 inches wide. And you just cut it different size trees, different colors. I put some lights here. Cut apart a cotton Christmas skirt, and there you go. Build this in like 15 minutes. Other than I think it takes longer to wait for the paint to dry and the poly to dry than it does to build the whole thing. So I'm going to show you how to make it. So let's get started. In this episode of making Christmas trees out of wood, we're just going to take a bunch of different scrap wood. We're going to just make different size Christmas trees. I have a 2x6 here, where I'm going to use it to make my scene. So I'm going to put 5 different size Christmas trees on there with just various scrap wood. So for example, I have some decking. So what we're going to do is I want to make it, I don't want to say nativity scene, I'm like something like that, where I'm going to have lights, where I'm going to have the fake snow on it, and it's a nice little thing. Like if you want at the end of the season, put it in a box. So let's start cutting some trees. So this is a 15 inch or 15 degree. I think that one's much nicer. So I will use that as one of my sizes. Now, one thing about the deck boards, it does have a rounded edge, so I might just slice that off just slightly, right? So it's definitely flat when it sits on the base. And same with the top. See how it's a little off there? I'll just clip that off as well. Yeah, that 15 degrees I think is pretty good. So you got like something like that. So I'll definitely probably stick to the 15 degrees. We'll see how it looks when I add the other ones and see if I have to go and switch angles or not. Okay, now I got the 5 cut. I'm going to leave a little room in the front and then the back. In the back I can hide the light switch with battery pack. But now that I'm using the deck boards that are 1 inch thick, I can throw a screw up underneath if I want. I can get a measurement of where the center of each one of these pieces is going to be, and then go from underneath. That way I can glue it and then still screw it up on the top. So even if it gets knocked around, it should still be okay. The hole's there, so we will know where it's going. I'm going to sand everything down nice so I can paint it. We're all sanded down. All the pieces are sanded down now. Still haven't decided all the colors for the trees yet, but I know this is going to be painted white. So I'm going to start painting this white, and as I'm painting it white, I'll try to decide what color each tree is going to be. Right now, just waiting for the clear coat. Here's the two greens here. And here is the one that's the wood grain or the walnut. And it's stained pretty good. And then those are the white ones. I have black underneath. So once that coat of white is dry, I'm going to lightly sand off some of the white so the black can come through. And then I can clear coat that one. The other two, the green one and the walnut one, have a clear coat on it. And the base has a clear coat on it. So once I'm done the clear coats and I'm getting ready to place them on the base, we'll come back. So the back ones, this is 18 inches long, so 9 inches to the middle, 4.5. So I'll do 4.5, 4.5. Gotta want to leave a space behind and space in front. So before, it's supposed to be a 2x8, but it's about not even 7.25. So that's okay. So if I leave an inch there, then the front of that's 2 inches. If I leave another inch there, that's 2 inches. That'll leave me 3 inches in between. So that's okay. A little over 3 inches. So I'll do that. So I'm going to measure over 1.5 inches because this is 1 inch thick. And over, sorry, from the edge, 4.5. And I'll do that for the other side as well. So I got those two dots. Now what I can do is I'll take a drill with a bit. I'll just drill down this way first, so I don't split it going this way. Yeah. So for the little ones here, I'm going to go 1 inch over to the edge, and they're 2.5 inch base, so 1.25 inches to the middle. So allow 2.25 inches over is where my screw mark's going to be. So 2.25 both sides. All right, so each screw hole's pre-drilled, and then it was funny how perfectly these two little pads were exactly where the holes wanted to go. Now that I got it all screwed in the bottom, I didn't want to over tighten them, but I wanted it there just as some extra support. Got some poly on there. So now what I'll do is I'm going to get some lights here and hide some lights, and then put some fake snow over top of the lights so the light kind of shines through. I'll try to put some lights behind trees so you can see the shadows of the trees. and then we'll come back and finish up the video. And it is complete. I hot glued some lights on top of the 2x6, or 2x8, sorry. And then you can see I put some, it's like cotton, but it's almost like it's a cotton, they call it like a Christmas tree skirt. I think it looks nice. So, you know how usually to make it look like snow, it says tear apart cotton balls and stuff like that. Well, I started tearing pieces of this apart, and it didn't really look like snow. I think now it looks like little waves of snow. I think it looks more like snow by me cutting it into strips instead and then layering it. Also, it's easier to keep it from going away. Like, I don't even have to glue it down if I don't want to. But and it's movable, so you can just bend it and kind of pull it if you need to. But I didn't even want it perfectly against the edge either. I wanted to kind of lean or flow over a little bit. I do have I will cut this little back piece off here, but you can see I glued lights in the back, so when it's sitting against a wall or near a wall, you'll see the shadows of the trees as well instead of just the lights on here. So if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. Hit that like, subscribe button, hit that bell to be notified when I post another video, and we'll talk to you later.